Hello. So, again, someone just shooting past me at the same time, man. Towards the end of January. How's it been for you? Because obviously January's the month where it's sort of like New Year, New Me, or like everyone put off like doing something before Christmas back in December or whatever, or I'll get started back in January. Have you? What have you got done? Because again, a lot of people I speak to, again, they struggle to get going. Like obviously they all say, oh yeah, I'll get started in January, start fresh, things like that. And then it's okay, cool. And then when January drops, it's like it's just, oh my God, I'm so busy. Like I say, what did you think would be different? Like what? Like it's like it happens like this every year. Why did you think it'd be any different? Why do you think it would be quieter? Because obviously you wind down before Christmas. Like everything is, pick it back up after Christmas. This is like a January problem. So when you start January, you got all these fucking problems to deal with. They're left from before Christmas. So everyone jumps back in. There's these new things. You have like new directions, new goals, new projects, things going on. You're back into it. Perhaps you're ill, whatever. And then I know like a lot of people haven't really got going. Or they haven't done, oh my God, I'm just flat out at the moment. I'm like, yeah, this is the same as any other month. Again, you never have a clear run. Again, you're always flat out. So again, like sort of what's going to change? Because again, you can keep saying this, you can keep saying, February be good, but then it'll probably be, I don't know, the Six Nations will be on, or whatever, or something else will come up, and just, you've got to get your head out of this, like, waiting for stuff to calm down, or waiting for a clear run. Like, come on now, you're an adult. Like, sort of, how long have you been saying this? Like, waiting for a clear run. When you're not going to have a clear run. Like, sort of getting away from this mentality and just looking at like all the guys I coach, they don't have a clear run. They're doing the same shit as you. They all have they all have jobs, they have kids, they have dogs, they have sort of like responsibilities, they have stress, they have sort of like, they can't be arsed, they love food, all these different things, and it's just sort of like they have like shit going on, like personal issues, all these different things, whatever, family members unwell, whatever. And again, you've got to sort of well, let me just get through this. Let's get through January. I gotta get my tax done. Gotta get like sort of this done. It's been a busy month. Oh yeah, next month. But yeah, you said that back in December. You said that back in November. You said that back in the summer. Like, let's get through the summer. I'll start in September. And it's like, come on now, fucking hell. Like obviously, it's like, what do you want? Good evening. So just out on a walk now. A late night walk. It's actually pretty cold. But yeah, how January been for me? It's been pretty good. Like the first 2 weeks, again, really sort of got back into routine, everything. That was amazing. Yeah, so back in routine, like the first 2 weeks, obviously back in routine with training, eating. I had enough of sort of quality street. So it's good to get back into after Christmas, like with work, with coaching, with clients, things like that. Because obviously everyone's just obviously wants to get back after Christmas. Like, so get back into training as well, get back into their routine. And so just mapping stuff out and just sort of obviously everyone's to lose like the Christmas weight and stuff like that. It's like new goals, like sort of a fresh slate, things like that. And then, yeah, so like sort of it was good, like sort of I think first couple of weeks, and then let's sort of start getting some niggles then on my hip, my shoulder. My hip and my glutes sort of returned, and my shoulder again. It's just because I got back into weightlifting. I was putting too much weight on the bar too quickly. So I jumped up the progressions too quickly. So so the last sort of say 1 to 2 weeks, it's been more rehab. It's been sort of a bit of physio. It's been moderating now, like sort of adjusting my training and just like I haven't been pushing as much in my sessions at all. I haven't been like it's just been scaling stuff back lighter weights and just sort of like, I don't know, just obviously want to push more in those sessions, but it's just like, okay, no, I can't. I've just got to just do 50% today because I got to sort of modulate it, let the body recover, let the rehab do its work. So that was it, and just being patient, like sort of mobilizing, stretching, doing the rehab exercises, things like that outside of it. Again, staying like consistent my eating and like, everything else. And then, like I said, now it's obviously this week it's been really good. We're built back again. Got back running. I did some running, did some other sort of exercises. I pushed a bit more, and again it felt good. We did some niggle 3, which was really good for the first time. So that was a big win. Like, so doing it, everything felt good. And last night then as well, I did another session. Like, pushed just a little bit more, did a bit more volume, and it's like, yeah, good. So again, like I've learned a lot of lessons. So yeah, I learned obviously a lot more warm-ups now. Again, now I'm 36. Again, I have to be more sort of like spending time warming up. I can't just like go in and just warm up on a lightweight and stuff. I have to do specific stuff. and just spend just a bit more, like sort of like 4 or 5 minutes, especially sort of, again, you get away with it for a couple of sessions, but obviously every week, as well as sort of obviously as the intensity ramps up for, like, if you're doing a high rocks or whatever, then it's going to bite you in the arse. Then it's like doing stuff outside of the session then as well, like doing perhaps like continuing to do my rehab and stretching outside of the session, which is why I stopped when it's obviously during December. So it's continuing to do that, continuing to keep supple now as well, especially sort of like you're doing, again, just obviously go like 5 days a week, quite intense training, like pushing for like a competition, whatever. And then the other one then is just obviously like managing that training load as well, like just sort of, because I'd go from sort of perhaps normal lifting into like a high rocks prep, so switching this sort of like jumping up the mileage, jumping up the fitness, things like that, and it'd be a big switch. And then like when I finished high rocks, then I went back into lifting, and then my body wasn't used to that. So it's having like these transitional phases now, perhaps like 2 weeks or something, transitioning into this new sort of type of training. And then like sort of obviously modulating the training then as well, like obviously being like strategic of it. Okay, the amount I'm doing, like pulling back, when to push, things like that. So again, it's just I really learned a lot. It's good. Yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I'm just walking up the local high street now in Rada. Yeah, just gotta hit my 10k today. Haven't hit them yet. Good morning. You join me on my morning walk. I was just navigate the streets. Yeah, so it's Friday. Was it the 30th of January? Yeah, like I said, just my morning routine. Sort of, we got up. Again, just sort of meditate when you get up. Then jump in the shower. Have a normal shower, and then at the end we obviously go for a bit of a cold shower for like 1 to 2 minutes. Again, it just like obviously you can research sort of cold showers and the benefits of cold water. It's huge now. I've been doing it for years. Like obviously, like Wim Hof started it, yeah, obviously it's like the surge of adrenaline, surge of energy in terms of like the physical, but the mental, like sort of the how it clears your mind, everything like that. It gets rid of any sort of like anxiety or any sort of issues or depression, or you can't be sort of sad or worried about other stuff or stress like that when you're in the cold water. And again, it's just the sort of the concept of doing hard things. That's why I always do it. That's what the sort of, because it's just like no one wants to do it. Like people, I say to people, oh man, I just don't like the cold. I don't want to do it. What, you think I do? Like you think like people want to do this? No, you do it for the outcome. You do it because like I guess it forces me to okay, if I start my day, if I'm doing this something I don't want to do, it sets the sort of the tone and makes things easier then for things I don't want to do late in the day. And that's the point of doing it, because yeah, it's just nice being in the comfort and in the warm water, but then like again the point is going in the cold water. It's like, oh my god, that's really cold, and you get under it and you're just like like that. And that is the point of like sort of doing stuff. So when it comes to tasks late in the day, when I don't feel like training today, I don't feel like going for a walk, again you've already sort of, you're building that sort of the habit in your mind. Anyway, so again, have that. Then obviously we have some breakfast. Sort of like, it's just a small sort of thing, just nothing big. Just like whatever, some protein yogurt, bagel, some fruit. Again, just probably about 300-400 calories, nothing much, just something. And like more of a snack really. And then I have obviously bigger meals later in the day. And just out on a walk now when I get back. Just like I said, this is like a 10-15 minute walk I'm on. Just get some sunlight, get some movement, help my food digest, and just, yeah, before I go into work and sit down all day. Or the next few hours. And then again, it's coffee time when I go back now. And then it's crack on with work. I've got to do, again, catch up with clients today now. Checking with those, like sort of it just be sort of, obviously they've had their check-ins earlier in the week, but now it's just like sort of messages, voice notes. I love a voice note. What else we got to do then? So, and then obviously creating content, uploading this, like sort of creating content for Instagram. What else we got to do? Again, obviously, yeah, we got any calls? I don't think have we got calls today? No, we haven't got any calls today. Trying to think obviously what's written down in the diary, but then a school run. Then it's sort of like I'll train this evening, then I got sort of a curry night then with my clients, my gym clients this evening. So looking forward to that, like sort of every month we go for a curry. So like obviously I'm social outside the gym, so yeah, I really can't wait for that. Yeah, and that's obviously the rules when it comes to curry. So yeah, the housekeeping rules when it comes to curry. Again, one, obviously there's no chips at all when you go to like a curry house. Like what you want is your my pit anyway. I allow the guys, some of the guys might want it, okay, that's fine. Then is again, obviously I don't touch lamb. Like, obviously I don't mind it as like sort of a dish, but it's just not as nice. Obviously I don't like lamb in general, but again, when I've had, like, say you have a lamb Rogan Josh, you have a lamb basanda, you have a lamb boona, whatever. I mean, it's just not, it doesn't compare to chicken. It just doesn't, I just don't like the sort of the taste of it. Just like when I've had it, I'm just like, oh no, not for me. What other sort of Indian rules have we got? No takeaways. I never, like when people have a doggy bag, I'll have that for breakfast the next day. What? Oh my God, you're disgusting. And I was like, why are you, well, I suppose this is why you're a client. But like, so when people say, oh yeah, I'll just warm it up next day and have it like mid-morning, like, that's disgusting. In terms of dishes, I'm not a big spice guy. Jalfrezi is the hottest I'll go. I remember having that before, and that compounded on me. That sort of like, oh, it was like sitting on a barbecue, like, and I was just my nose was streaming. But yeah, so I stick to sort of milder stuff like tikka masalas, boonas, dansaks, stupiazas, kormas, like pasandas, all these different things. And just because people think like, oh well, I just be a man and you go like I'll go hotter and stuff. I was like, well, no, not really. Like, sort of, you don't have all like hot and stuff when you go to any other type of cuisine, do you? But you wouldn't have like vindaloo pizza, would you? Yeah. So again, I have a lot of that. Like to rotate between sort of, yeah, just different dishes. So sometimes I have rice. Most of the time I have some sort of potatoes, some sort of aloo-based stuff. Generally always a peshwari naan. I've tried garlic naans, I've tried keema naans, I've tried plain, and it always keeps coming back to peshwari. That's the best. Obviously happy to sort of mix, like obviously with the guys, like, oh, do you fancy sharing? Do you want to mix between these? Like bit polyamory. I'm up for that when it comes to sort of Indian. Love it. Rather than just having like your own dishes of just yeah, I like sort of mingling different flavors and stuff. So that's my Indian order.